Are Dutch Shepherds just mutts? Well, a lot of people wonder that, and there is some truth to it. However, when bred properly, they're super mutts. Same as the malinois. However, if you're dealing with FCI pedigreed bloodlines, then it's a completely different breed. But when you're dealing with the dogs coming from the KNPV lines, they are allowed to have other breeds in them. Pitbull is typically what most of them have. A lot of the time you can tell by their really short coats. And when they're panting, you see all the jaw tissue inside their mouths when they're panting. They have big heads. They have the tight, squinty, intense eyes like a pit. There's other breeds crossed into them too. There's German Shepherd, which in my opinion the German Shepherd is the best cross. If it's a good German Shepherd, you get a better balanced dog that has some civil aggression. But they claim there's Great Dane, there's Rottweiler, there's Mastiffs, there's all sorts of different breeds that have been crossed in that are allowed to be crossed in, as the dogs are bred strictly for function and performance, not for anything else. If the dogs can do the work, then they're absolutely desired. The KNPV program is an incredibly strict program. It's not easy. In Holland, it does equal a police dog title. So the dogs have to be really well bred in order to get the title. However, just because they have the bloodlines doesn't mean they're good dogs. I've had more dogs from KNPV bloodlines piss all over themselves for no reason at all. Just because somebody walks up to them on a sidewalk while you're out walking them or something. So just because it's a Dutch Shepherd or a Malinois coming from the KNP program, KNVP, doesn't mean that you're getting a machine of a dog. The good ones, definitely. But there's definitely Pitbull. That's probably the most common gene crossing within the breed. But again, like I said, not the FCI dogs. They probably are pure. I don't really know much about them. My very first Dutch Shepherd was an FCI dog. Nice dog, but very different from the KNPV stuff that I did have. However, a lot of people do call it a purebred dog. It's not. Like, look at that puppy's head. That's one of my puppies. I can't show you other people's dogs. I'm only showing photos of dogs I've owned. But that's a pit bull head. Even that's a pit bull type head. She would hang on a spring pole all day long if you let her. And he definitely was pit bull type. And even the breeders or the trainers told me that there was pit bull in the pedigree. Now that doesn't make it a bad dog, not at all, as the blood was put in there for a purpose, and it definitely serves its purpose. But I would definitely say they're mutts, and that is why when you see Dutch Shepherds that come out of Holland, the breeders in Holland and the trainers and the sellers, they call them cross. They have an X in front of their name. It'll say X Dutch Shepherd, cross Dutch Shepherd, because they are not claiming them to be pure. They're bred solely to be working dogs. However, they can't market them as pit bull crosses because most police departments don't want anything to do with any pit bull type dog, unfortunately. It's just a PR thing, I'm guessing. But they are. They are mutts. No different than a band dog. They're like a shepherd type band dog. They're bred for performance, and they certainly can perform. In my opinion, they're one of the greatest breeds out there. But they aren't purebred in the sense of what people would consider purebred. I never had any that had super short coats. All my dogs had double coats or long coats, like Vivid. But there's a lot of people out there that have Dutch Shepherds and Malinois that have a coat just like a pitbull. It's a super short, tight coat. I would prefer that type of coat, as it's probably less messy to live with. But that's the truth. And those within the breed, they know that's the truth, but most people nowadays buying the dogs don't know that. They have no idea. And like I said, there's a reason for it, and it's because they want that intensity, they want the drive, they want the heart, they want the fight. But the downside that comes with it is you often end up with a dog that has no natural civil human aggression.